Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we're going to be talking about a TikToker by the name of Tino. He is a transgendered woman who is now being investigated by the Florida State Police for being a freak. But before we get into that, this is your reminder to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, those are linked down below as always. And without any further ado, let's dive into the world of Tino. Okay, just for a little bit of background, this here is Tino, transgender woman. Yes, he's a man proclaiming to be a woman. And I just want to, I feel like it's been quite a while on this channel since I have made this point, and so I want to go ahead and make it again. I obviously do not believe that all transgendered people are predators. That would be an absurd position to hold. However, I do believe that transgenderism as a whole is such a protected class. If you are transgender, then you can claim microaggression or discrimination or any of these types of things to any critique that is given to you, and the critique is instantly now transferred into being transphobia, and therefore it's impossible to critique you. And because of that, because of this protection towards this class of people, predators use trans identity as a shield for their predations. And the trans activists have opened their minds so big with the self-identity. If you say you are a woman, then you are a woman. No more needed than that. That they have allowed for this to happen. And I think that Tino is one of these people. I think that anyone who goes to prison and then decides that they're a woman so that they can go into the women's prison is one of these types of people. And it's a shame because this movement is destroying itself for this exact reason. But I want to go ahead and just dive right into it. Tino is most known on TikTok for her misgendered videos. She will film herself as she is eating out at a restaurant, and if the server or wait staff calls him a him, he gets very upset about that. It's a cardinal sin, frankly. And then he posts it and goes viral and yada yada yada. But I figured before we get into that, I'm going to show you his video that he posted recently about his transition, just to kind of give you a sense of where we sit with this person. And maybe it'll make a little bit more sense once you see this person, why they are chronically called a man. Okay, so that might seem well and dandy, fine and good, whatever, until you start getting into the rest of this man's content and it becomes very clear that he's a perv. He's absolutely a perv. He's also just desperate for attention. We're going to look at a compilation that he himself made of all of the times that he has been misgendered. Why? I don't know, because apparently if you're trans, being misgendered is supposed to be like a stab to the heart, as we're going to learn. But yikes, you're just kind of obsessed with it and you keep wanting to relive these moments, and it might be a little bit of like chronic victimhood, perhaps. I don't know. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Like he's having a nice piece.
She, her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
But it was not all good.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Okay. The Sweetwater starts at
yes,
okay.
Sir?
Not.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens. Sorry about that. I don't need to be called ma'am. I just need to not be called sir, you know? Thank you. Did you call me sir? Hey, I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir. What? Called me sir. Oh. Yeah. It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. No. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm not a sir. Nothing like a good misgendering. It is a knife in the gut when I get called sir. I feel like I need to tell him. I need to tell him that hurt. It hurts more when it's not intentional because it means like this is sir to him. I know you didn't mean it, but I'm not a sir. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I know you didn't mean it. It's just, you know, it hurts. I know when people clock me, it's fine, but like it does kind of hurt. Thank you. I'm not sir. Not sir. Not sir. The guy who dropped the food off, he called me sir twice in a row. I'll let him know that, and thank you, I appreciate that.
That need to get people in trouble for not abiding by your own delusions is psychotic. I am under no obligation to engage in your mental illness, babe. I'm not, and neither is your waitstaff, in fact. And if you're coming in here sounding like this and having a jaw out to here and the stature that you hold, people are gonna clock you as a man, babe, because you're a man. And that's, you know, unfortunate. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. I'm sorry if that's a knife to the heart. But it's reality, and I suggest engaging in it. So all of that is just annoying, but it doesn't stop there. He's also just a fucking creep. Absolutely. So for example, we have this video here that we're going to look at in which he's dressed up as Miss Rachel. And if you're not aware, Miss Rachel is a star amongst the children. She makes these videos. I don't have children, so I've never watched a Miss Rachel video, but she's like one of those like, woo, yay, this is a circle kind of people, you know, and children eat her up. They love her. She wears this exact same outfit in every video as far as I'm aware. So tell me why Lily Tino is dressed up as somebody whose primary audience is 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds to have this discussion.
Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about something super important, what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand. Ready to learn? The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes. Now think, do you feel like a boy, a girl, or a little bit of both? Do you have your answer? Great. Now I want...
How does it not clock in your head how disturbed this is? To put on a baby voice, to dress up like a person whose audience is 4-year-olds, and to discuss transgenderism with them, that doesn't strike you as inappropriate at best? I mean, inappropriate is the kindest word that I could possibly use. You sick fuck.
I want you to imagine that everyone keeps telling you that you're something else, even though in your heart you know who you are. Wouldn't that make you sad inside?
In your heart, you know you're a predator. And that's it. Clocked. You've been clocked.
People who feel like this are transgender. And if you're not transgender, it's super easy to be friends with someone who is. Let's take our imaginary friend Theo, for example. One day you notice that Theo starts wearing girl clothes instead of boy clothes, and then they tell you that they want to be called Luna instead of Theo. This is so exciting for our friend Luna.
The promotion of childhood transitioning is sick. It's sick. If you support a child engaging in this, you're twisted in the head. There are many things that many decisions, many permanent decisions, many life-altering decisions that we do not allow children to make. And for some reason right now, transitioning is not one of them. I think that's changing across the country, thank God. And in 20 or 30 years, we're going to look back on this period of time in which we were putting children on puberty blockers and allowing them to get double mastectomies at the age of 15 and all of these different sorts of things, as barbaric as a lobotomy, because that's absolutely insane.
Because they finally get to be their true self. And if you accidentally call...
If you ask a 5-year-old boy what his true self is, there's a 50% chance he's gonna say a fucking dinosaur. Like, oh God, you're not clocking it.
Luna by their old name, make sure to say a big sorry and that you'll do better next time. As you can see, transgender people are just like you and me. They're our friends.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now that we're not friends. I would never be friends with you. You sick fuck. And I want to be abundantly clear, it has nothing to do with the fact that he proclaims to be transgender, although I have my doubts about that, and everything to do with the fact that he's a sick fuck. Anyway, moving on, because we're not done. So, essentially, this is all background information. This is all information to try and kind of give you an idea of maybe who Lily Tino is. Now, a year ago, I think, actually, he went to Disneyland. And this stirred up a little bit of controversy because he decided Disneyland was an appropriate place, an amusement park designed for children that is flooded with children and little kids all around everywhere, to make this video.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand. That's bad because the outside of the wand is what becomes the inside of the tunnel, so you don't want hair growing there, or else it's very uncomfortable. So I talked to my surgeon and he said that it would be best to postpone the procedure until after hair removal is complete. This is obviously disappointing because I was really excited to have a marshmallow tunnel sooner. That being said, it is still happening. We're just not sure when it's happening. Hair removal is a fickle thing and it's really hard to predict when it will finish. But my hair removal technician thinks it will be before the end of the year. So, fingers crossed. Oh, go. Want some? My mom's here, by the way. The marshmallow tunnel.
She must be so proud. That is so sick. That is such a sick thing to be discussing when you can literally hear children running around in the background of this video. And obviously none of the kids are going to be really paying attention and hearing him, but it's still like the premise of it. Like, why do you feel the need to have this discussion in this location? That's the point here. It's sick. Obviously, he knows that because at the beginning of the video, he talks about how he's going to be banned and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Didn't get banned. Should have. Didn't. He returned to Disney World in Florida maybe a month ago, and he remade a similar video and some other weird ass content. So let's check that out.
I think Disney's gonna ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog. I do hair removal every week for 2 hours straight. It is not fun or easy, but once that is finally done, hopefully by the end of the year, they are going to take my corn dog. These ears do not want to stay on. They are going to cut it down the middle. This is not the best knife for this. They will then take off the outer lining of the corn dog. Okay, I'm actually impressed that I'm doing this good of a job. Like so. Flip it inside out and make something of a tunnel. This tunnel will then become, well, my hands are disgusting. Now you might be asking why I would do.
Your hands are not the only thing that are disgusting, sir. Everything about you, about your person, about your personality, about your physical appearance, about your voice, every single aspect of your being is disgusting. I'm not watching the rest of this. So once again, just like normal things that normal people do. And of course, it wouldn't be Lily Tino if he didn't get misgendered, so...
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand?
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, my bad. And The middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil.
The fact that he's so upset, it's like the Asian restaurant too. Like you can hear the English probably isn't this person's first language. So I just fucking get over yourself.
It's a cheese bread with the guava sauce.
Thank you. It just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up.
You no longer feel safe. Lily Tino, the only threat in the building is you.
I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have the check, if that's
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use gendered language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. Yeah.
So he just wasted all that bread. Excellent.
Exactly, right? Like, if you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course, no problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now undone. That's not how it works. Sorry about it.
If you accidentally hurt someone and then immediately apologize and say, I'm so sorry, that was an accident, if they hold that over you, they're the problem, not you.
What happened?
It's okay. I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too, so
You don't. Are you sure?
you're good. Yeah.
Thank you
Sorry
very
about
much.
that.
So all of that is like freakish, weird behavior, but that's honestly not even the point of this video. This video is about the fact that he is being investigated by the police for being a freak. While he was in Disneyland, he decided to use the women's bathroom, which, you know, I would feel uncomfortable if I saw Lily Tino in my bathroom, but we can put that aside for just a second and focus on the fact that he didn't just use the bathroom, he made a spectacle of it, which we will see here in a moment, and then continue to take pictures in the bathroom, which we will see here in just a moment. And, you know, Florida is probably the leading state in taking action against men in women's bathrooms. So you're really pushing the limits, and really he thought he was invincible and he just isn't. So let's go ahead and check that out.
I've made it into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. I know Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I get stopped, I guess. But I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. So I will report back in a minute once I have hopefully tinkled without issue.
3 minutes later.
That went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. I walked in, I found a stall. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. Think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you don't.
So, sincere question. If you're a transgender woman, would peeing standing up be like, what's the word? Like, triggering to the gender dysphoria? Because that's like very antithetical to being a woman. And I know men can pee sitting down, so it's a choice that he made to pee standing up, and it feels like an intentional one to make an intentional statement of, hello, women in the bathroom, I'm a man in your space and there is all you can do about it. So, that's cute.
But I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me, and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10. Women's bathroom experience for trans women. Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, and it's not just celebrity.
Guess what? You're not seeing people in the background of those. And guess what? They're in the bathroom they're meant to be in, Lily. So, Once again, babe, I'm sorry. Tough luck. Tough luck.
Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it. So what is different?
There's something that feels deeply misogynistic hearing that come out of a man's mouth, especially a freak-ass man like this. Take the word we out of your mouth. There is no we. There are no similarities between me and him. There is no we, babe. No we.
About me that I'm not allowed to take bathroom selfies? The easy answer here is, oh, Lily, you're a trans woman, so you get held to a different standard. And that is true. But people judge trans women differently depending on how well they pass. If you pass, that means you don't look trans. I know that I don't pass. Trust me, I know. But passing privilege is a real thing. There are some trans women out there who, no matter how hard they try, will never be able to pass. Do those trans women deserve to be treated differently? No.
If those trans women are behaving as egregiously as you, then yeah, you're gonna get treated differently because you're acting like a fuck ass. Why is that so difficult to understand? So basically, Lily Tino thought that he was invincible, and he's not, because he is actively being investigated by the Florida State Police. Let's check it out. That's fun. Love that.
There was a TikTok influencer named Lily Tino who is who's taking videos and photos inside of the women's bathroom in Disney. And I'm thinking, well, wait a second. There's no way that this can be legal in the state of Florida, right? This is a transgender influencer. This seems to be like, first off, like you shouldn't be allowed to like film inside of bathrooms. It seems really creepy. But then here in Disney, it's like extra layers of creepy and wrong. Is there anything happening from a state level on this topic?
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate men or boys in women's and girls' restrooms, gyms, private spaces, no tolerance. We're investigating this one. We've already cracked down on some gyms in South Florida. They were allowing people that identify as women to go into women's locker rooms. We put them on notice that legal action was coming. Thankfully, they changed their ways. Alachua County, a public school system, they had a camp, Camp Crystal Lake, where they were allowing 5th grade elementary age boys to identify as girls and stay in the girls' bunks. We shut this down right away too. Thankfully, they did not fight us on it. It's amazing we have to have these conversations today. But here in Florida, we believe there are two sexes, men and women, and we are going to protect our girls at all costs.
So that, of course, is amazing and incredible. And once that came out, Lily was posting videos saying that there is no investigation, no one's talking to him, blah, 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 whatever. Until recently, July 2nd, actually, which is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. This was excellent. He posted this.
So the whole point of why I do what I do, which is create content, is to educate and to entertain, in that order. And I think that recently my content has taken a bit of a shift to be more, well, I'm hurt. I am deeply hurt because of the amount of hate that I've gotten over the past 3 years doing this, 2.5 years. And that hurt has influenced the way that I do things. As a content creator, especially as a streamer, I'm always on camera, talking all the time, daily updates about where I'm at. And I think that the hurt that I feel has influenced the way that I've pushed in my content to be confrontational and be in your face about what I'm trying to do, which is ultimately teach people about trans things.
Two things. First of all, by people, he means children. Make no mistake about that. He is peddling this to children. Second of all, if you've been receiving hate for 3 years, I don't know, like, maybe think about why. Maybe it is something that you're doing. And instead of doubling down like he has done, maybe you self-evaluate a little bit and think, hey, maybe I'm a freak. Maybe I shouldn't peddle my message to children. Maybe I shouldn't dress up as Miss Rachel and talk to toddlers about transgenderism. Maybe I shouldn't try and get waitstaff in trouble for misgendering me when I look like a whole-ass man. You know, like things like that. Yeah, people aren't jiving with it, pal.
Hopefully make for a more accepting world. But I don't want the hurt to be a part of it anymore. That shift is not fun for me at all. It's actually really awful, and it doesn't just impact me, but my family and my friends, and you know, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm always going to be a confrontational person, but I think there's ways to do it that are not channeling the anger I feel at the world for hurting me. So to that end, I'm going to take a break. I don't know when I'll be back. I'll be back, but I don't know when. I need to take some time.
He'll be back when the funds dry up. Yeah, he'll be back. Personally, I don't have an ounce of sympathy in my body for Lily Tino. Everything that's happened to him, he has brought upon himself with his freakish ways. So I know this was kind of a longer video. I didn't expect it to be, but there's a lot of background that I felt like we needed to go through in case you didn't know who this person was, and kind of building up the case for why this person has ended up where they are. So yeah, you guys, let me know down below if you think that it's fair what's happened to Lily Tino, if you think he deserves to be investigated. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And that's all I got for you guys today. The rise and fall of Lily Tino. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.